What is up, YouTube? Okay, Breaker Mighty here with a very special video. Ooh, it's an anniversary video. Wow, we love anniversary videos here on Breaker Mighty channel. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So I was celebrating by watching the CNN special report on HBO Max, the Trump insurrection. This came out in 2021. Like, obviously, because that's when it happened. I remember a different one. I don't know. Let me look around. Because I remember one where they're like mapping out the Congress building and they're like, yeah, they went here, then they went there. I found that very interesting. Like, kind of like, it's like interesting in a sick way. Because, like, you know how, like, you hear school shootings. I'm going to compare. So, trigger warning. I'm going to compare a lot of this event, this anniversary, to school shootings, a little bit about the protests of Black Lives Matter, but also at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. Where was that? I already watched that one. I totally remember them doing a map. Maybe it was on Hulu. But I watched the HBO Max one today, and yeah, it got me triggered and fired up. So I need to. Well, there's Hulu. We're gonna look for this one. Anyway, so I just have a couple thoughts. I want to share the couple thoughts. I'm gonna turn the comments off. Don't want to hear it. Don't even care. Don't care about your thoughts and opinions over the subject. But the thing that makes me laugh the hardest, like, I mean physically laugh out loud, like LOL, real term, LOL, laughing out loud, is when I'm seeing the politicians, the senators, senators, are they senators? Yeah, the Senate building, Capitol building. What's the difference between this Capitol building and Senate building? I don't know. So, big room of 350 whatever politician senators, I think. Were like hiding under their desks in fear, crying, and like calling their family members, being like, I might die today, but I'm fine. Like, and they hear gunshots in the background. I'm like, I find that funny. And like, you'd be like, why do you find that funny? I'm like, I find that funny because I'm a child I'm a person. I'm a child who was grown up through the early 2000s. Like, my kindergarten year was 1999 and 2000. I could not comprehend, for some reason, like, as a 5-year-old, I could not comprehend, like, why we went from 99 to 0. Like, it was a weird, like, why are we putting zeros on our dates of our homework? Was it at 99? Like, as a 5-year-old, that, like, is super confusing. Like, but then also at the same time, we were practicing intruder drills. Like, so every semester there would be one intruder drill. You would so the intruder drill, so for people who don't know what an intruder drill is, this is just going to show your age. Or maybe, like, you don't have kids. I don't know your life. So in intruder drill, your teacher is, like, gonna give you, like, a 3-minute speech, maybe less than that, before the intercom says they're gonna do an intruder drill. Because they got the email about it, like, hey, we're gonna do an intruder drill. Please explain what we're gonna do and teach your kids. And then it's like, okay. And then your teacher's like, okay, so if an intruder comes in and they don't say any more details, it's just an intruder, a person who's not supposed to be here. They don't mention anything guns, bombs, or anything related. They're just like, an intruder. And I'm like, what does an intruder mean? Like, this is me as a child. I don't know what that means. I was born in 94. Columbine happened. Yeah. So the world changed after that. But, like, so I have 4 school experiences I could probably share. So we have I I went to Catholic school for 2 years. There's no police officer. There's no security. You got a priest. Pray for Jesus if there's a gun coming in. Like, and then I went to public school. I don't think I remember intruder drills in private school. That's so weird. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, but like in second grade, like I was in public school and the teacher's like, we gotta hide. You turn off all the lights, you lock the door, you hide behind the side. So this is the wall where the door is. Here's the door. Wait, no. Here's the door. And then the rest of the room is here. And then there's windows here. But like, here's the door. And then, so the teacher would turn off all the lights and lock the door. And then we would all hide behind the door, meaning like not in sight through the like little window of the door. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm explaining it badly. But like you turn off all the lights and everyone had to be quiet. Be quiet. Shh. Be quiet. Shh, shh, shh. Be quiet. Like, and like hide. Like, what? Like, you're a kid and you're in school. You're like, la-di-da, I'm doing math. Oh, you got arts and crafts and what, like science, like geology or whatever. Like, whatever. Like, whatever elementary school is, that's what you're doing. That's your life. Recess, like lunch, like all of a sudden you're just like told by your teacher randomly per semester that you have to hide behind the door and be very quiet because there is an intruder. Like, you're like, huh? Like, this sounds dangerous, but like, I'm glad there's a drill involved. Like, wow, so wild. But I just find it so funny. Like, so this is my comparison to the insurrectionist. That was a terrorist attack. So let me just get one thing clear. It was a terrorist attack. 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 Even if you're joking, do not even call it a fucking field trip. Don't even mention the word field trip involved. If I want to like tour DC and I just like, oh, can I just like smash this window? And they'd be like, no. They'd be like, well, the field trip said it was okay. Like, that field trip from last year said it was okay. Like, they're totally fine with smashing a windows last year. Like, I'm just on a field trip. Come on. Like, stop calling it a field trip. It was a terrorist attack. Like, it was a terrorist attack. They were screaming out explicitives of killing the vice president, killing the Speaker of the House, killing multiple different democratic powers, whatever that means. Like, and like, I don't know, just very violent chants. Like, that was an insurrectionist terrorist attack, not a fucking field trip. The last time I went on a field trip, I was not screaming out murderous threats. Come on. Like, what? What? So, but the thing that gets me so fired up and funny about is like hearing all the politicians, the senators or whatever, talking about how scared they were and hiding. And I'm like, you're the people who make gun laws. You're the people who pass and reject gun laws. You're the ones who are keeping school shootings a thing. You're the ones that are keeping violent acts a thing. You know, the violent act that you were hiding under your desk about? Yeah. So imagine like you were, I don't know, let's pick a random age, 7 years old. Imagine you were 7 years old and a whole bunch of people come into your school with guns wanting to kill you. You have maybe three protections. 3.5. Let's say 3.5. So in elementary school, I did not have a police officer on premise. There was no police officer on premise. Middle school and high school, there was police officers on premise. They were trying to look for drugs. They were trying to look for gang activity, like whatever. Like, that's not the real problem. But anyway, so in elementary school, you have the principal, you got your teacher, which are like probably from the age of like mid-20s to early 60s at best. Like, that's the age gap. One person in your room with 30 kids, and this is my standpoint. Like, I was from St. Louis County, which is a very like generalized standpoint. I think I don't know. There could be lots more inequalities I'm not aware of in the public school district system, in terms of like teacher to student ratio. That's what I'm saying. And like protection wise. So you have this like teacher who went to school for like 4 to 5 years to be a teacher. They have no training on someone coming in with a gun, like no training on that. And you're a politician on January 6th. You have federal security, federal police, security guards, the fucking army is up the street, the Pentagon is up the street. You can't get fucking protection for your own, like, what? But like, I'm in elementary school and I have a principal and a teacher, and I'm in a middle school and high school and I have one police officer, then a principal, then a teacher. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, if you're not going to do stronger gun laws, why don't you beef up security on public schools? And you're like, that's expensive. Like, but they had all that protection on the Capitol and they were still scared. Maybe we should do stricter gun laws. Like, I don't know the real solution, but I just find it so fucking hilarious that they're all hiding under their desks when they're busting through the walls and, you know, doors and shit. And guns are shooting out and firing left and right. Pepper sprays being sprayed. Gas, tear, whatever. I just find it hilarious that they're, like, shivering in fear. Then, like, they're the ones that are in charge of gun laws. There's literally dozens of school shootings every fucking year. And I remember one TikTok of a British kid being like, oh my god, I'm scared that, like, someone's gonna shoot up my school. And then, like, the parents like, why? Because it happens in America all the time. Like, well, that's America. They do that. That's, like, normal for us. That's literally normal for us. Why is violence with guns and all that normal for our country? That's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. Like, if you want to hunt, fine. Go hunt. Like, but we should not have semi-automatic weapons that shoot hundreds of rounds per second or whatever. Like, we should not have lack of background checks and stuff. Like, people with, you know, mental disabilities. I feel like if you should own, like, I'm not going to take credit for this, but Chris Rock said, if you own a mortgage, you should be able to get a gun. If you don't own a mortgage, you should not own a gun. Because then you're really going to make some critical decision making. And there's real background checks with owning a house, but there's no background checks for owning a gun. Make it make sense. No one dies for owning a house. People die from owning a gun. Like, I don't know. This is my big political rant, and it's all about guns and this happy anniversary of the insurrection. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. I feel like I have a little bit more to share. I think I got it all out of my system, though. And I think I made my point very fucking clear. And if you are a Trump supporter, a MAGA, whatever the fuck you are literally dead to me, and I don't fucking care about you. And you can literally just run out to the street and die, and I would not give a fuck. You could literally do anything, and I'd be like, who are you? I don't know who you are. You're literally just an idiot. Like, you're just a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. And I do not have the time of day to describe how much of an idiot you are. So, happy anniversary. Change the fucking gun laws, please. Like, literally. I've been held at gunpoint, personally. And it's literally life-changing. Scary. Scary and life-changing. You know what? A year later, and seeing them hide under their desks, nothing's changing. There's still school shootings. Like, wasn't there a school shooting, like, a couple months ago? Yeah, it happened in, like, maybe Texas? You know, you lose track these times. You lose track. And those parents bought that kid a gun. Sad. Just sad. Anyway, until next time, Breaker Mighty. Bye.